Hello, today I'm going over calories per gram calculating percent difference. This talks about how many calories we get from different macromolecules like carbs, proteins, and fats. And we've been talking about this in association with ATP and ADP, how we get energy from our food, but that has to be transferred to another molecule to actually get used in our bodies. Here, what we're doing at is just taking this concept of how many calories are in each and then calculating percent difference. So what we're looking at is, in this particular case on these examples, we're saying, okay, we have a bowl of chili that has 300 calories. Well, how much am I adding percentage-wise to the calories by adding certain items, okay? So I'll go over a couple of examples, but everything you need is here. These tell you protein has 4 calories, carbs have 1 calorie per gram, fats have 9 calories per gram. So very energy dense fats are. And then over here, this is the formula that we're using today to find percent chance. So I'll go through the first two here as examples. So we start off with a bowl of chili, total calories 300. That's gonna be the same for every single one of them. So that 300 is this old value right here. But I gotta figure out what the new value, the new amount of calories, if I add sour cream to it. It doesn't give me the calories, but it does say there's 6 grams of fat. And I know each gram of fat has 9 calories. So I'm gonna say 6 grams of fat times 9 equals 54. So by adding that sour cream, I'm adding 54 calories to the overall chili, right? So 300 for the chili, 54 for the sour cream. I get 354. That is my new value up here. So my new value is 354 minus my old value, which is 300, over the old value of 300. And don't forget to multiply by 100. So when I do that, 354 minus 300, pretty easy, 54, divided by 300 equals 0.18. So times that by 100, and that equals 18%. So I've increased the amount of calories in the dish by 18%, the percent change, right? Let's do another one down here where we add chicken. So chicken's got both protein and fat. So that's gonna be a little bit more complicated. You see that the chili still has the 300. That's always gonna have the same 300. So how much calories are we adding? Well, 12 grams of protein times 4, because there's 4 calories per gram in protein. And I'm also gonna have 2 grams of fat times 9. So 12 times 4 is 48. 2 times 9 is 18. Now I wanna add those together to be the total calories that I'm getting from the chicken. So 48 plus 18, that's gonna equal 66 extra calories. So if I take my 66 and add it to my 300, I get 366. Oops. As my new value, minus the old value, which is still 300, right? The calories per bowl of chili, and then divide by that same old value, 300, times 100 here equals, so what do we got? 366 minus 300 divided by 300 equals 0.22 times 100 equals 22%. Okay, and you're gonna do that same thing with the rest of these. They're all set up the same way, getting you to think about how much energy is in our foods. Okay, hope this helps. Thank you very much.